Welcome to the Blessed by Angels podcast. My name is Jenn Gilbreth. Ever since I was a little girl, I have felt deeply connected to the angelic realm. Over the years, I have dedicated my time and energy towards delivering messages from beyond. Yes, that's right. I talk to dead people, although I don't necessarily consider them dead. In many ways, they are much more alive than us in this physical realm. On this podcast, I will be channeling messages from Spirit. Whether you tune in each week for the new messages or feel like picking a message at random, this podcast is designed for Spirit to lead you to the messages for you here and now. These messages have changed the way I view and play in life. I hope that these messages can do the same for you. Because I see this grandpa also talking about how artistic that you are. And it's kind of like when you see your mom and she's doing like crocheting, right? All kinds of things that she crochets, is our soul comes here to create and it comes here to express itself. And a lot of times when we can get in the flow of creating something, like for me, I like writing. While maybe for Amber it's crocheting, well, maybe for you it could be whatever. But I just see him saying that there's so much of yourself to explore, even in art, if you choose to go that route. But I almost like see him saying, like, you have so much talent that it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be like this famous artist. But I just see him saying that maybe there's something to explore in that, in giving yourself permission to start drawing again. Or maybe it's painting. Maybe it's painting with your fingers. Or maybe it's painting with nature, like getting dirt and like having glue and like putting dirt on this. Like there's so many different ways of expressing ourselves, but I just see him like welcoming you to like do those things with your hands, to create with your hands. Because it's almost like an access point to your soul, which is kind of like, okay, I'm like too young for that still, like I still got like other things to think about. But I just see him saying, when you can find those things that bring you back home, that make you remember what brings you happiness, then no matter what life throws at you, you can always go back to those things that bring you happiness. And everyone goes through different phases of life. He says, like, think about like when you were a baby, right? You probably don't even remember that. But as you get older, there are things that you liked to do. And then as you grow up more, it's like, oh, I don't want to do that, but I like to do this. And that's like living our heart life. When we are connected to our heart, when we're connected to something more than what everyone else says that we need to do and says that we need to be. And so I just see him saying that maybe there's something in art, if that calls to you, or in like cartoons or anime, or in like black and white, like pencil. Like I just see him expressing that when you can find those things that help you remember or help you feel happy, when those tough times of life come up, you can lean back on those and be like, oh, okay, I remember who I am. And even if I'm going through heartbreak or I'm going through a dark time in my life, I can always fall back on that. That helps me remember who I am, so I don't feel like I've forgotten, or that I'm lost, or that I'm alone, or that I'm not important. Because I see him saying, you are so important and you matter. And who you are, how you show up, the friends that you have matter. They make a big difference on who you are in the future. And learning who you are is the number one best thing that you could do for yourself. And that means learning the things that make you happy and the things that don't make you happy, and the friends that make you happy and the friends that don't. Because there's always a time in life that we have to choose us. Like, you have to choose you, and you have to choose what's best for you. And you have your mom to lean on to give you guidance, to be that support for you. But as you get older, you're going to have these life lessons that you can always lean on her for. You can always lean on family. But it can feel easy to get lost sometimes and forget who you are, forget what matters. And so I just see him saying, the best thing you can do is choose you every day. What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel like you? Because we can get so lost in the world. It's like this whole ocean's constantly like throwing us around. You need to wear this. You need your hair to look like that. You need to do this. You need to do that. And it's like, what if I don't want to wear those sneakers? What if I want to wear socks with sandals and have matching socks? But everyone's like, why would you do that? That's weird. Like, no, because maybe I want to do that today.
And she did that today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's even funnier.
Yep, when we went to holiday today, she was wearing mismatched socks and her sandals in the rain.
I love it because that's you, right? And so I just see him saying, how are you going to choose you every day? And that's all that matters. And your mom's never going to lead you astray. And I promise you, he says that she can see a bigger picture than you can see sometimes. So you can always talk to her. And you can always call on me too. You can always say, hey, Grandpa, what can I do? What's next? And I see him like, put your like pen to the paper, your hands into something, creating something, and he'll be there to help you feel his presence around. Even if you don't know him well, he's been a guardian your whole life. One who always helps you stay that crazy, wild, free soul of a human that you are. He's like, because you've always had this fire. You've always wanted to go against the grain of the salt. You've always wanted to do it your way. You always wanted to wear the mismatched clothes, or even if they were dirty, it's like, no, I want to wear these today. And it's like, okay, let's put on some clean clothes. No, I want to wear these clothes. Like as a kid, right? And so I just see him expressing that you have such passion for life, and he is there to help remind you of that, but also he has been a guardian for a good chunk of your life, to be there to watch over you and to protect you. And it's not like a creepy way, like, oh, I'm watching you. It's like he sees who you are and he wants you to know that you have people on the other side that you can talk to, that you can ask for support, that you can call on them. Maybe when you're feeling scared, or maybe if you make a decision that you're like, I shouldn't have made this decision, like he can help you get out of those situations so that you can be safe. And then he says, and know that your mom is always there to listen. She's always there to love you and to support you. And also sometimes it's like, she's like, what the heck was that? Right? But we all need that sometimes. And so I just see him saying, like, you have like a secret team, like a secret angel team who's here to support you and here to guide you and to help you feel happy. And in those days that maybe you feel self-doubt, or you don't feel like you look good enough, or you don't feel happy enough, like they're there to help you find peace in the storm. Because this world is heavy. Like us being in this body isn't like a natural, our spirit, it's like, it almost is really heavy for our spirit. It's like if we were to wear wet, soggy clothes, like if we were to stand in the rain and then we were to go into a store, and it's like when we're walking through the store, it's like this weight, this water holds us down almost. It's this density when we're walking through. And that's how our body feels to our spirit at times. And so he's like, just know that you have a spirit team that's always there to support you. And I see him laughing because I see like this cute little piglet again. And it's almost like I see him like giving you this spirit animal is like a gift from him, of like this little piglet. It's like so cute, and it's almost got like these little wings on its back. And he just says like this little piglet is also like a guide. It's like a guardian to be with you and to help you feel happy. Because if you were to see like a cute little baby pig, you're like, oh, it's so cute. But it just feels like you have these animals on the other side too that are here to help you. They're here to help you feel happy. And I just see like this cute little piglet is like almost like in Moana, right? When she has the chicken and the pig. It's almost like I see him like giving you this gift, like this the spirit animal of this little piglet is like a someone who can travel through life with you. That's always a constant companion, like a constant reminder that you're so much more than this time, like than this physical body, but you're here to be human. You're here in this body for a reason. But I see this little piglet traveling through life with you. I don't know. It's like this cute little thing, but it's like him giving you this gift. Like he wants you to have part of something that made him so happy when he was younger. And yeah, it's like a very special omen that he wants. Thank you for tuning in to the Blessed by Angels podcast. It is such an honor to deliver these messages from beyond. If you want to connect deeper to your angelic realm and the support team that you have, I have a plethora of resources on my website at blessedbyangels.org. And of course, I'll leave the link in the show notes. You are connected to the divine. Having divine connection is an innate ability that each and every one of us have. Before we came here, we were spirit. And after we leave this realm, we are introduced back into the spirit world. So having spirit-to-spirit conversations and knowings and understandings are innately and infinitely who you truly are. When we step into this body, we tend to forget. We are not separated from the divine. There is just a lack of remembrance. Thank you so much for being a part of this podcast, and I look forward to delivering more messages from beyond.